Hello, this is Sidra and you're watching me on your YouTube channel Trends 21. I welcome you in the winters because it is very cold. It's another cold day and I'm making a video in the cold environment. It is better. It is a bit better than summers. I like winters, but in the beginning. Then I just start waiting when it will be ended, all that. Now today's video is about one question in the beginning and then another will be covering this question. The question is that is writing, means to write something, is helpful in speaking English or not? The other question is how to write if it is helpful. Now question number one's answer is yes, obviously it is helpful. I started writing when I was in school days. I was having a diary on which I used to write to a very special person. It was God. Then I am sorry for that I just tore that diary. I must have not done that. But then I converted my words to my father in another diary, and then I again did the same mistake, and then my words were turned to another person, means it was myself, and then I stopped writing. I felt that it is over now, and trust me, when I reread my diaries, I used to pick out mistakes and I used to find it out that I was wrong at many places, and I enjoyed a lot. The same thing if you do, means if you start writing, it will be very helpful. For example, if you are taking lessons on YouTube or any other teacher or mine, you just will have to hold the lesson and then pause it or stop it and then start writing. It is another way to learn English. First you write, then you stop writing, you just recheck your lesson. It has become a little more confirmed in your brain, and now you are intended to speak again. Means it is covering another side. The fourth rule means there are 4 factors to learn English. One is listening, then is reading, then is speaking, and the 4th one is writing also. You can skip writing if you are just an oral reader, but if you are a student, you should keep on writing also while taking my lessons. Now there is a useful tip which is belonging to the question number 2, that how to write in English. For this reason, I am going to tell you the types of students, because it will make a clear concept in your brain that there are 3 types of students. Type 1, type 2, type 3. Type 1 is who is fluent in cramming. Means if you give him an assignment or a note or a paper, he is dexterous to learn it all. Means this is just surprised for me to do that. I cannot do it at all whole my life. But I have seen so many kids, so many students, so many young people, so many mature people in the master classes. I have seen this. But I cannot do that. I don't belong to the type 1. Type 2 is that they can push the writing. Means they can cram a little bit and then they are just a bit dexterous to just continue writing, keep on writing. They are not creative enough, but they can just push on the writing. Type 3 is which cannot cram, which cannot be a pusher. He belongs to a creative class. I'm not discouraging the upper 2 types, because if a person is not creative at all, what could he do? He is not creative by nature. What can he do for himself? He can at least try. He can at least skip. The schooling matters. Here we see the schooling matters because he has learned this behavior that he is used to cram everything. How can he change himself within no time? He will definitely take a long time. At least the time he has passed in the school must be given him next in the college and university. This is impossible. So I am now focusing upon type 3. Try to be type 3. I have never crammed an assignment or a note and I am just 0 in doing that. I cannot learn a lesson in a way. I can learn in a way that as my teacher, my great test teacher, Sir Mujahid, he was my school teacher. He used to teach us in a very nice way. And he used to have a paper while entering inside the class. And he started distributing the papers to us. These were notes as we see in the school time. But his way of teaching was different in a way that he used to speak those sentences which were written on the paper. So it was helpful for 3 types at a time. Means type 1 was taking that lesson for cramming, type 2 was taking that lesson for pushing, and type 3 was taking that lesson just to grab the words, the pronunciations and the material and rewrite it in our own language. So 3 of the students were helped by such a great teacher. My focus is also to open up a door for you all. Means all the types of students could be grabbing the lessons, the things. Now to which class I belong means I think type 1 doesn't need any guidance because it has to cram the assignment and just write it up. I don't appreciate. Type 2 is least interested in creating. I think if type 2 pays a little more heed to the teacher's attitude, to the creative teacher's attitude, he or she can grab the type 3. Now type 3 is leading, in my opinion. I could be wrong. But type 3 is a person who is creative at all. He is not supposed to bow before others' rules. He's a creative, he's a rebel, he is a rewriter. He cannot grab the others' words. He will create his own words. Means he finds synonyms. I used to find synonyms during my master's classes, and every word was having a synonym upon my book, if somebody sees my books. So now I'm just going to tell you how to write in English. For example, if my teacher is giving me a lesson written on a note and the lesson is about a village, I'm not prepared with the content of this video because it is just related to the creativity. So I must behave like a creative student, a creative teacher. Now I'm going to give you the example just I did in my life. If I am given with a paper having a topic on it, it is village. Okay. The first sentence of the essay which is written on that paper which is given to me is that I went to my uncle's village and it was very beautiful. Now I am reading this line and I'm just thinking that it is related to my expedition towards my uncle's village, which was very beautiful. So I will not write what is written on the note. I will reread the sentence 3 times until it becomes confirmed to me that what is happening. It is happening that I went to my uncle's village, which was very beautiful. Now I'll write, once upon a time, a very beautiful village was visited by me. And of course, it was my uncle's village. And I cannot forget the beauty of that village. You see, I added one more sentence. Now proceed. Change the sentence in another one. Once, you can start like this. I remember I visited my uncle's village, which was very beautiful at one hand, while it was having so many fruits and vegetables. Keep on adding the words. You can keep on adding the words and no teacher is going to ask you. I'm talking about every level. If you are belonging to level 1 or to the master's level, try to penetrate more words in your words. I hope you have understood. Now see another example. For example, if I am told to write something about my home. House and home are different. Home is a place where people live. House is just a house, is made with concrete and cement and all that. Means house is related to the material and home is related to the people. Heads, hearts, brains are all related to the home. Now I am going to write something about, for example, if I am told to write about a home, I'll say, I have a beautiful home where I live with my kids and my husband. I prefer to keep quiet if there is a complication. These two sentences are written and are given to me. I'll not cram them. I'll not focus on what is written on it. I'll just reread, keep on reading. And then I'll say, I like to make a friendly environment at my home. For that, I want to guide my kids in a best way. I know that I will display to them what I wish to teach them. You see, I have changed the words. I have changed, but the meaning is same. Try to change the words with the same meaning. I don't say that don't read the papers, don't read the notes. Keep on reading because reading is improving your brain. But try to change the language. Try to change the language with creativity. As we see, we will have to use heavy words, elevated language. This is just because of it. Otherwise, if you are cramming or if you are just pushing the writing like type 1 and type 2, it is okay, it is fine, you can pass the examination. But my target is not to pass the examination only. I wish that you become creative and you become creators. Now, thanks for listening me. I think I have taken a long time. Thank you so much. Goodbye.